Let's move on now to the Detroit Lions rookie preview in the 2023 season, where Ryan and I, we break down one rookie and why he's going to have the biggest overall impact, positive or negatively, on the team's outcome in the 2023 season. But before we do that, if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell to get notified when we create new content. Ryan and I, we're doing a rookie preview for all 32 teams. We have a bunch of other series that we've done up to this point leading up to the 2023 NFL season. And also, once the 2023 season starts, we're going to be doing a fun little brotherly season-long competition where we will be predicting every single game and coming out with videos every single week of those matchups. So if you want to see those matchups, follow the competition, and also see if we think that your team is going to win, be sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell to get notified when new videos are released. And Ryan, this one, pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah.
So much hype coming out. If it wasn't honestly for Bijan, and I'm not saying this to slight Jahmyr Gibbs, but this dude would be considered the generational talent in any other draft class. And the dude is a generational talent. But it's weird. It's almost like he kind of went under the radar just a little bit. But as you're I say that very loosely, only just because it was like Bijan, then Jahmyr, and then like everybody else. And when really it's like maybe it's a little bit closer. Jahmyr's maybe a little bit smaller than Bijan, so that's why. But when it comes to the overall talent and gadget capability, as what we're seeing with a lot of NFL offenses now, I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs is that gadget guy. I mean, he can slot, he can come in and also be in the backfield as well. I mean, it was him and Bryce Young really in 2022 and during the entire Alabama season. And those two guys borderline carried that team to whatever success that I guess if you want to call it success for Alabama football, but they were the main guys that you had to watch, the only real guys. And now you put him in this team now with David Montgomery, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jared Goff leading the way at quarterback, a great offensive line that's only going to keep getting better. And then once when James Williams comes back as well from his suspension, he is going to have a great impact on this team.
Oh, yeah. And if there's one position I think we've seen come in and make an immediate impact a lot over the last few seasons, or actually not even the last few seasons, but like the last 5-10 years, and it has been that running back position. Like every year there seems to be a rookie running back that comes in and is top 10 and in rushing, and I think this year it really could be Jahmyr Gibbs. He was so dynamic in 2021 when he was at Georgia Tech and then entered the transfer portal, went to Alabama, and Bill O'Brien basically ran that offense through him. And he was really the only key playmaker that they had. He had a fantastic season down there, but because he wasn't blowing it up in either receiving or running, he was doing well at both. I think maybe he kind of slid under the radar in that aspect, but I think NFL scouts knew how talented he was, and that's why he went 12th overall. And that was a pick I was actually pretty skeptical of going into, or like coming out of the first round. And then looking back at it now, there were reports that he ran receiver drills at the combine and was one of the best receivers at the combine also. And so it's just interesting to kind of see what he's going to be able to bring to the table here and how the Lions are going to utilize him, because man, he could be very, very dangerous for them.
Well, and that's even with St. Brown, like you have to watch him at all times. Marvin Jones is coming back. He's a veteran, but he's still just going to be, and he's older, but just going to be a solid, consistent guy. They do still have Cleve Raymond. They did also get Josh Reynolds. Both guys come from Tennessee over the past couple of years. And so they are like, they're just consistent in everywhere else. But then when they're superstars, like Amon-Ra St. Brown's one of the top receivers in the league. I think Jahmyr Gibbs has the capability to be one of the top running backs in the league. A Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey-esque type, just where you can just utilize him wherever you want. Like he's going to have half as many rushing touchdowns as he does on, or just as many rushing touchdowns as he does receiving touchdowns. So he has a perfect blend, I think, of like an Austin Eckler and then also that Bijan Robinson running capability as well. And so it almost seems like the sky's the limit with this offense and what he's going to bring, because David Montgomery is going to be your very stereotypical like lineup behind center type running back, but Jahmyr Gibbs could be he's kind of placed him around. If you want to do the 2 running back shotgun or something like that with Jared Goff, it really is just because he is that versatile. And so it's going to be fun to watch. I'm so glad that they're the first game of the NFL season going up against the Super Bowl champs, because if they really are going to be as hyped up as essentially as we've, especially on this channel, has talked about all off season, I'm so glad that we get to see him play and how they're going to utilize him throughout the season.
The first primetime game of the year. I think they're going to be ready. I'm looking forward to the Lions as a whole. The last thing I'll say about Jahmyr Gibbs is I think he's going to get plenty of opportunity. They traded away DeAndre Swift to kind of, well, one, he's a salary cap hit and hurt all the time, but that's just going to be more snaps that are going to be able to go around to Jahmyr Gibbs. He's definitely better than David Montgomery, and he's the running back too there.
Well, so it's
they're different, but he's the better of the two, in my opinion.
Well, and so this is where his versatility is going to come into play, because you can have both of them on the field at the same time.
Yeah.
So Dave Montgomery, he is going to line up behind center, or he's going to line up in shotgun right next to Jared Goff. While Jahmyr Gibbs, especially too during this 6-game suspension with Jameson Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs is going to bring so much more to the table than Marvin Jones, Josh Reynolds, Khalif Raymond, Denzel Mims, just on overall athleticism, explosiveness, and just mystery on what you can do with him compared to those guys. So that alone is already going to get him some more playing time. So I think you can utilize both. And then even then, it's like, well, we still know if his run play, because David Montgomery can also go out and catch as well. Like he was going to be their 3-down back before they got Jahmyr Gibbs. So they are, the backfield's going to be very fun to watch, and Jared Goff is going to have a great time. Dave Montgomery, I think, is a perfect kind of mentor role model, because they got him for a 3-year contract as well. I think it's going to be perfect to kind of teach Jahmyr Gibbs how to be the top running back, and I would not be surprised within the next couple of years he's top 3 fantasy running back in the league.
Definitely.
Him and Bijan. So
But let's go ahead and wrap up this episode of the Tracy Take there. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below on who your favorite Lions rookie is going to be to watch in 2023. And other than that, we will see you guys next time.